YB stays on your neck.
It's on my neck.
Yo, my dons, make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and obviously hit the bell for notifications. So as you've seen by this title and the picture on your screen, Eddie Hearn, in my opinion, has made a massive hint as to what's going to be going on with this rematch. Now, funnily enough, yes, this always seems to happen with me. Whenever I do a video, it gets contradicted the next day. I posted a video a day or two ago basically saying that there's been a delay and 2-2s. Merely hours later, Eddie Hearn comes out and kind of hints that there's going to be an announcement soon. It seems to be that Al Heyman, I've heard from my inside sources that Al Heyman's actually getting over the fact that he's been piped by Eddie Hearn and Anthony a la Cash Cow Joshua. He's been in counselling. Eddie Hearn and AJ have humbly and nicely offered him the top counsellors from the UK. They've flown out and gone to Al Heyman's residence and talked him through and helped him through this really hard time. As I explained yesterday, Al Heyman's not used to being dictated to. He's not used to being told what to do, when, how, and how high he'll jump. And that's how it is. Bottom line, as simple as that. They weren't expecting Ruiz to win this fight. Now, Ruiz won it and all of a sudden Al Heyman's thinking, oh my gosh, I'm the guy with the belts, but yet I'm getting bent over backwards by Eddie Hearn and AJ. He couldn't take it. It almost broke him, if I'm honest with you. Yeah? They've spent I've heard from good sources, they've spent millions on the top Harvard lawyers. They've brought about 10 man deep in, trying to find some sort of loophole, and they've just been murked. Simple as that. By an Essex dude and a London Donny. Murked off. Whole of Harvard murked. Al Heyman's sitting there bitter as ever. But as I say, let me not get into that. I'm just grateful that Eddie gave Al Heyman, the help he needs to get through this very tough time for him. Yeah, he loves himself. He loves the power. But when a control freak gets schooled at his own game, he's meant to be the magic man. He's meant to be the guy who schools people. Al Heyman got mugged off by Eddie Hearn and AJ. Simple as that. Yeah, you'll fight. Well, yeah. Must be my movement. We're gonna need $50 million. If you're you're gonna get paid whatever was on a sheet, and it's gonna be wherever we tell you it to be. And Al Heyman couldn't take that. He couldn't take the uncertainty of it. He couldn't take not knowing what was gonna go on. Eddie Hearn rang him and said, "Listen, boss, we'll let you know when, if, and why the fight will be happening. Yeah, sit tight, darling, and don't worry too much." And at that point, I'm hearing that Al Heyman went into damn near had a mental break. He couldn't take it. He couldn't take the uncertainty of not knowing whether he was coming or going or not. Anyway, let's get into what Eddie Hearn has posted. It says here, the fire burns stronger, the hard work begins, news dropping soon. And it's been a while, so this whole news dropping soon business, we'll see how soon it is. You'd hope within the next week, but let's see. But that's not really why I'm doing this video. I'm not interested when it drops. I'm more bothered about the very last emoji that he posts. He posts the British flag. Now, why would... It just seems a little out of place for me. Why would he post the British flag for? In my opinion, it kind of implies that the fight's going to be in the UK. Yeah? News dropping soon, UK flag. News dropping soon, it's going to be in the UK. Maybe not. Maybe it's just some sort of patriotic thing. Maybe it's more of a broader, AJ represents the UK. The fire burns stronger. The UK and AJ are going to come back stronger. Maybe that's what it is. I don't think so. I think it's more to do with giving us a hint of where the fight's going to be. And after all, what do we know? Everyone with a brain has been saying, if AJ should take this fight, and all the business people around AJ have been saying, if AJ does take this fight, I want it to be in UK. Let's get it home. Let's get it all. And I've been saying it myself. Let's get this win back. Let's not worry about how it happens, how it gets done. Let's get it back. And then I advise AJ, win this next fight in the UK, and then offer the fight. I think there should be a third fight, because after all, what else is he going to be doing? Fighting Usyk or whatever. No one wants to see that fight. Everyone will want, no matter how this rematch goes, everyone will want to see the third fight, the draw breaker. So I advise the next fight in the UK, and then do a third fight in Mexico or Yeah, Mexico if you want to feel really frisky, or the US. Because the bottom line, it's no good going to the US again and then losing. You might as well have took it back to the UK. And I feel the UK fans, the UK supporters, deserve this fight. After all, it could be one of AJ's last fights in that sense. If he loses, I'm not being. Some people have said if he loses this fight, it's not a big deal, but it is. Yeah, look at Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis went down as a great because he avenged his losses. He didn't lose and then lose again and to the same guy. Historically speaking, maybe I'm wrong. I'm not a historian. I've never said I am. So in history, anyone out there who knows history of boxing, has any great fighter lost twice back to back to the same guy? I'm not sure. I really haven't got a clue. No one really comes to mind. If there is, let me know. Now, what was I going to say? Yeah, the fight needs to be in the UK. When we find the news out, it really doesn't make a difference to me in terms of when the news gets found out. Let's get this cracking. Let's get it sorted. Al Heyman, dry your tears, mate. Yep, dry your tears. Get in the shower. Try and wash it off. That's what people tell me to do. When you've got a lot of stress building up, get in the shower, Al. Wash the lube from in between your legs out and crack on with it. I know it's been hard for you dealing with the stress of being schooled. Yeah? Let's not forget. Al Heyman didn't come to the UK. Eddie Hearn and AJ went to the US and have entrapped and have legally schooled Al Heyman and his team. Yeah? They thought they was all smart. What we do know is they signed the rematch clause, and I've heard that Al Heyman's got to pay Eddie Hearn for the right, even though they've got the belts. I've heard that Eddie Hearn put some deep clause in there, which basically says that Al Heyman has got to pay them for the right for the fight. That's what I'm hearing. Bottom line, that's what I'm hearing. Never mind all this business of, oh, we're gonna need $50 million. We're gonna need $50 million. Never mind that. Al Heyman's got to put his hand in his pocket. If we lose, you're gonna pay us $10 million cash. Simple. He's bitter. Al Heyman is bitter, and he's trying to fight it. He can't fight it though. Too much silver-tongued devil slickness going on here. Anyway. Before I go, listen, wherever it is, ultimately speaking, wherever it is, from where I'm sitting, I've got a feeling that Andy Ruiz is going to get schooled. There's a lot of people who have been saying, oh yeah, the fight was set up, AJ, or this whole thing was set up, and in my opinion, it could be a setup. It's called. That was my initial first thoughts. I said, listen. Look at AJ's post-fight interview, AJ said, this will be great for the networks. That to me was fishy.com. It's really fishy. I've never heard someone before lose, and the first thing out of their mouth is how good it is for the networks. So it could be, but either way, from an AJ's fans' point of view, if it is a setup, then Andy Ruiz is getting murked. But we'll soon, listen, 6 months' time, we've got 6 months of great build-up. And I just thank God that I haven't got to get in the ring, because I wouldn't like I say, I'm not a killer in that sense. I'm not that. I've never really thrived off of that sort of, I've never really thrived off of that sort of pressure, but AJ does. So let's see how he gets on with it. And I've got a feeling Andy Ruiz because if any AJ that we've seen in the past turns up, if that menacing AJ turns up, Ruiz is in a world of trouble. And the worst thing is, he's not even expecting it. He's really not. You've seen how Ruiz has been mocking AJ and whatnot. He's not expecting it. He's not expecting the menacing AJ to be in there. What's he going to do when Ruiz... Listen, Ruiz ain't got no power. I know all the Ruiz fans are getting gassed and talking my speed, my movement. They're getting gassed about his speed and all this other business. He hasn't got any power. Go and watch his fights. He hits everyone with a kitchen sink. 6-punch combinations. No one gets hurt. No one goes down. Do you understand that? Never mind the unified champion. Yeah? Let's get it straight. He doesn't have any power at all. Historically speaking, no power whatsoever. So what do you think he's going to do? Bearing in mind, AJ, he laughs at Klitschko. He laughs at Povetkin. He laughs at Dylan White. What do you think he's going to do if that AJ's in the ring? And Pillow Fist Ruiz is hitting him, and them shots are bouncing off him, and he's smiling at him, and dinging him back with proper combinations this time. Yeah? Well, Ruiz is going to shell up. Simple. I got a feeling Ruiz is going to go out like Dylan White did. I really have. I can see a little image of Ruiz's little fat arm slung over the rope, and all of it. I promise you, yeah. I swear to God, there's been so many former AJ fans who are now Ruiz fans, and you watch when Ruiz's arm gets slumped. You man, don't come crawling back here. Oh yeah, AJ, don't come back here. Cause you'll be getting exposed and you'll be getting blocked straight up. Cause I know I've made a mental note of them certain man there who've suddenly give Ruiz credit. YB, give Ruiz credit, YB. Fuck Ruiz, how about that? Yeah, that's now what? How about that? I couldn't give 2 hoots about Ruiz because you man couldn't give 2 hoots about Ruiz beforehand either. You've all suddenly turned into Ruiz fans as if you was there from the start. Any man who's there from the start, fair enough, but don't hop on the bandwagon after one win.